Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and PSG have secured their ticket into the semi-finals of the Champions League, but they made it there barely as they survived heroic performance as a fight back from Aston Villa at Villa Park as the game ended 3-2 on the night and 5-4 on aggregate. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. I mean, what a game of football. It was such a great performance by Aston Villa, and I mean overall an amazing game of football. The way the game started, you would not have believed that we would be sitting here and we would be talking about like this. The game starts and Aston Villa, for some reason I don't know why it happened. They were on the back foot. I think they first of all, before we get into the game, I don't know what was happening at the ground, at the Europa League anthem being played instead of the Champions League anthem. That basically set up the tone of the game, if I'm being very honest with you, that this game was going to be something special. And in my opinion, I think in the first 10 to 15 to 20 minutes, I would say Aston Villa were not really up to the mark, up to their standards. I think the nerves, the moment, the occasion, or go to the players that so much of was expecting from them, and they were not really able to play like they can, and the way that they did later on in the game. And PSG, if you give a team like PSG chances like that, if you're not up for it, up to your standard, and especially if you are playing a team like PSG, you have to play better than you normally play. And if you're not playing like you play normally, it is going to be very easy for PSG, and they took advantage of that, and they go ahead and they take an early lead, courtesy of Ashraf Hakimi, who I think had a really good game. In my opinion, he could easily have been man of the match, if I'm being very honest with you. He had such a great game. PSG take the lead. It becomes 1-0 on the night. It becomes 4-1 on aggregate, and it's not looking good for Aston Villa. But slowly Villa come into the game. They start creating chances. I think Marcus Rashford had a great game. I think John McCain had a great game. He scored a goal as well. Up front, Tillemans had a really good game in my opinion. He had a couple of great chances. He was just not able to convert them. And everything is looking good, and you are feeling that it's going to be Aston Villa who are going to score the next goal. But just like that, PSG on the counter attack, they come and they Nuno Mendes scores the goal, and it becomes 5-1 on aggregate and 2-0 on the night. And you are thinking, that is it. Aston Villa are then and dusted. Their run is going to come to an end, and all of that. And during all that, when you're thinking like that, the game turns on in head, and Aston Villa come back into the game. They score their first goal just before the halftime. It becomes a 2-1 on the night. It becomes 5-2 on aggregate, and the second half comes in. I mean, that second half goal from John McCain, I mean, for me, that was the goal of the night. The way he carries the ball from basically inside his own half right up to the near Donnarumma, and he scores the goal with a great kick as well. It becomes a 2-2. And I think that really summed up. And 5 or 7 minutes later, they go ahead and they score the third goal. Marcus Rashford with a great cutback, and they get the third goal, and it becomes a 3-2. And if not for Donnarumma, I was saying like this. I say if not for Donnarumma, I think Aston Villa go ahead and they win the game and they win the tie. He was simply spectacular. I mean, the header save that he did from Tillemans in that second half, to the way to have the to have the know-how, to have the vision, to have the power to palm it away just enough. And the thing is, he does not even palm it away from the goal. He makes sure that it goes that far away that no Aston Villa player can hit it on the rebound as well. That was such a spectacular save from Donnarumma. And you need moments like this in big games like this, in in the latter stages of tournaments like this. You need moments like small moments can go ahead and win you the games, win you the tournaments. And this was one of those moments from Donnarumma, because the way the moment he heads in, everybody thought it is a goal. I think even the PSG defenders thought we have considered another one, but Donnarumma comes in and he saves the day for PSG, and he parries it away. And he's as I said before, he parries it away in a way that Aston Villa player can also get to the to the ball or try to create something from that angle as well. Such a spectacular save, and Aston Villa keep on trying, and Donnarumma is in. He makes like 3 or 4 really crucial saves, even like 4 or 5, I could say 5 great great saves in that second half to make sure that they don't concede another goal. And I love Donnarumma. I love how excited he gets when he makes those saves, and that is why I don't think the reason that I did not give Ashraf Hakimi the man of the match. I think Donnarumma for me was the man of the match because of how important those crucial saves were. Hakimi came close in the second half as well to score another goal. But he was not able to do. Diego came close for PSG in the second half. I think it was a really good game. Unfortunately for Villa, I think they had that the first 15 to 20 minutes of that second half they were really on it, and if they had to get to get all the goals, they would have gotten in that time, because all the three after that PSG used their experience of the game, of the competition, and all the players that have played so many games, they used that and they brought themselves back into the game. They made sure that the pressure that they were getting from Aston Villa and the fans and everybody, that they pushed back and they got controlled, and they made sure that they are not in a panic mode, because when the goals were coming in early on in that second half, you could see a bit of panic in PSG. And we know the history of PSG. They have lost games like this, against Barcelona, of course, and I think a couple of more times they have been in a very winnable position, and they give away the lead and they get eliminated from the tournaments. So it was important for PSG to not do this again, and they would be really happy that they were able to stay put and not give any more goals and go into the next round of the Champions League. They are going to be in the semi-final, and they are gonna wait and see whether they face Real Madrid or whether they face Arsenal. It is going to be very interesting to see that game, whether it is Madrid or whether it is Arsenal who face PSG. But PSG are going to be, they're going to be feeling really good tonight that they somehow made sure, they made sure that they don't get out of the tournament. Aston Villa, I would say, what a heroic performance from them. First time in the Champions League after about 60 years, and to go into the quarterfinal and to fight till the last minute in that competition. I mean, amazing performance by Aston Villa. Big credit to Unai Emery, the way he has managed his team, the way he has led his players, especially after what happened to them last week, 3-1 defeat against PSG, then going 2-0 down, and then to make a comeback into this situation, making everybody believe that maybe we are going to see a historic comeback yet again, but it did not happen. I said last week when that the last goal that they conceded, that the third goal in Paris in the 90th minute in that stoppage time, I said that goal was going to be really crucial for PSG, and they go ahead because of that one goal. On aggregate, the score was 5-4. So that last minute, that stoppage time goal for PSG came into play in this in the overall aspect of the things. But as I said before, a heroic performance from Aston Villa. You cannot take anything away from them. It was a really good first run, and they would like to make sure that they can come back into the competition next year as well. 5 teams can qualify from the Premier League, and they are going to make sure that they can now, their concentration is going to be on the league phases. They are still in with a shot, like 3 or 4 points difference between them. Again, there are so many teams, just like in Germany, there are like 4 or 5 teams trying to get into those Champions League places. So it will be very interesting to see how Villa can manage and get into the Champions League Champions League places. But for tonight, they are out. It has not been a good night for the comeback teams. Dortmund came very close. Aston Villa came very close, but the teams who won the first legs have been able to have managed to stay in the competition. And as an Arsenal fan, I hope this trend continues and other teams can, especially in the Bernabeu leg, I hope the home team is not able to make a comeback, and the team who won in the first leg stays in the competition. But yeah, for this game, that is it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Villa's performance, what you guys thought of PSG's performance, and do you think PSG could be could this be the year for PSG, to win it all, or do you think their run is going to come to an end in the semi-final or final? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the season, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.